Hello, welcome to Lil's Vintage World. In this video I am going to review for you 3 books which are part of the Furrowed Middlebrow imprint, which are published by Dean Street Press. So these books have, for whatever reason, over the years gone out of print, and they have been republished by Dean Street Press as part of Furrowed Middlebrow imprint to bring them back for the modern reader, which is lovely. All of these books are from early to mid 20th century. So I'm going to start with the book that I read the longest time ago, and that is Spam Tomorrow by Verily Anderson. This is a memoir from the Second World War of Verily's life. So we see her meet her husband and get married, we see her having children, we see her doing war work. It's all about Verily's life from a woman's perspective on the home front. That is its kind of main topic and main focus, and that is kind of what sets it apart from a lot of other memoirs of this time. This book is just focusing on Verily and what her life was like as a woman on the home front, struggling to be a wife and a mother and providing a normal, or as close to normal, life as she can possibly provide. It was strangely funny in parts, it was emotional as I thought it would be in others, and it's just so well written, and I'm so glad that this book is being published again and lots of people can read it. If you are interested in reading about this period, Second World War, then I highly recommend it. It was just so eye-opening, and yes, just a fascinating read. The next book that I read was this one. This is Peace, Perfect Peace by Josephine. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce the surname, Kamm, but this has the most beautiful cover. I do really appreciate the effort that this publishing company goes to with their covers. So pretty often they will try to use the original cover from whenever it was published, or a part of it and kind of focus in on it, or if not, they will use something in relation to the author, perhaps if they're an artist, a work of art that they've done or whatever, something in relation to the book. They really take that on board, and I really like that, and this one is just stunning. I love the colours used. Anyway, so we had Spam Tomorrow, which is during the war. This is from just after the war, and it's about an author called Claire who leaves her home and she goes to stay with a friend because she's kind of got, I suppose, writer's block. She feels very uninspired and she needs to let the juices flow, and she needs a change of scene, so she goes to stay with her friend. However, we have mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, children. The mother-in-law has been looking after the children. The husband is away doing work, the daughter-in-law has been away doing work, and now the daughter-in-law comes back and says, I can look after the children again. But of course it's shaking the dynamics. This book is essentially about what life is like after the Second World War and trying to find a new normal. Life will never be the same again, but it's trying to get that level of normality, and Claire, our writer, is just caught up completely within this family dynamic-y drama of mother-in-law versus daughter-in-law and trying to do what's best for the children while pleasing everybody. And it was just a wonderful book. I remember when I read it, I really enjoyed it. I was really enjoying reading it, and I really liked the character of Claire in particular. However, it's one of those books that I've read, and I read this quite a while ago now, and I have since forgotten so much of the details that I feel like I need to pick up and reread it again. So just another excuse to reread it, but yes, really good, really interesting, and definitely read more of their work in the future. And then last but not least, I have The Stone of Chastity by Margery Sharp, another one of my Margery Sharps. I do love a Margery Sharp. This book is from 1940, and it is about a professor who moves to this little village with his family. So he's got a sister-in-law, his brother has passed away, and his nephew, and he moves with his household of staff to this little village to find and learn about the Stone of Chastity, see if it's real and what the villagers think of it, etc. And so they come to this village, and first of all he makes out these questionnaires that he makes his nephew hand out, and the village is quite shocked and disturbed about this Stone of Chastity that apparently if you step on it, if a female steps on it, you can tell if she is still with chastity, so to speak, and pure and all this, and the stone knows, and the stone has caught people out before. I mean, it sounds very daft and silly, and let me tell you, it is very daft and silly. It's probably her funniest book, right up there with Clooney Brown, but oh, didn't I laugh through this, and didn't I enjoy it. I read it in a day. I mean, it is literally 200 pages, so it is completely doable to read in a day, but I really, really, really enjoyed it, and I have no idea why more people don't read Margery Sharp. She's such a delight, and I was giggling as I was reading this, and it's just wonderful, and I can't wait to read the rest of her works. Blah, blah. So there we have it. Those are 3 books which are all part of the Furrowed Middlebrow series from Dean Street Press. All of these very much did not deserve to go out of print. They should definitely all stay in print forever and ever. Thank you very much. They will stay in my collection forever and ever. Have you read any of these? If so, which ones have you read? Did you enjoy them as much as I did? If you haven't read any of these, are any of them on your wish list, or are they now? You'll have to let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to chatting to you in the comments, and I shall see you so very, very soon for my next video. Bye for now.